Alright, on the last video I said the next video you see this car should be in paint, but anyways, I thought I'd just make a short video here, basically getting everything lined back up after taking the doors and stuff off and the fenders off. Has proved to be more difficult than I had hoped, but I did get everything lined back up. Took a little longer than I had hoped it was going to take, so I've been out here for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours just getting stuff lined back up. One of the issues that I had was on this side. If you guys remember, this car had 2 different hinges on it. I don't know how that worked out, but let's see if I can find it. Yeah, so had this style of hinge on the passenger side, the one that takes this spring here like this to open and close on the door, and the one that I have on there is different than that. It's, oh, let's see if I can get in here. So yeah, that one has the spring here. So this one matches my driver's side, so I wanted to change this hinge. In return, what had happened was, because it's a different hinge, it wasn't allowing me to push the door far enough that way. So I ended up having to do is take the fender back off and take that bottom hinge off, and where it bolts to the body, I just opened it up a little bit. I mean, just not even a little, maybe a little over it, probably about 1/8 of an inch. Had to open it up so that it would push that direction. So that was the big battle, but I got it lined up. My gaps back to looking the way they was. Everything looking good. So I have to come out tomorrow, and I got a little bit more sanding to do on these areas here on the grill. I'm gonna get them sanded. Now I want to scuff pad the whole car with Scotch-Brite, and then I got a little bit of sanding to do in this channel here, kind of smooth it up. But other than that, once I get that smoothed up and sanded around the edges, everything's scuffed, I am going to spend a bunch of time tomorrow picking up, cleaning up. I have to scuff my valance on both sides, both front and rear, and I plan on hanging them over here so that I can get in between each one to paint the back sides and the front side while they're hanging in the air over there. That's my plan. So in that case, I'm going to have to remove my table for a while, and then that way I have plenty of room over in that area. Get the table out, move my spare parts out of there, move the transmission back over this way, and yeah, just that's where I'm at with it. Got to do some more cleaning and rearranging and hanging some parts from the rafters and scuffing, and so I'm going to try to get up early in the morning and get out here and get started on it, because I still have to bag this up with plastic. The engine bay, I got to tape off the doors inside here. Let's see, where are we at? All right, I got to tape off this area so that I don't get no overspray on. But okay, just thought I'd show you what I was up to over here, because the plan is, if everything works out, I got 2 or 3 nice days coming up. It's going to be in the 70s, so I want to get this thing in paint while it's nice, while the humidity's low and all that good stuff. That's one thing about not having a booth. I can't heat it up to the temperature I want it, so I have to wait for Mother Nature to do her thing. Okay, get back with you on it. Alright, just cleaning up over here a little bit more, sanding other places that needed to be sanded, and just working at it. Dusty is almost free from its probably year and a half jail. So this is the area, like I said, I wanted to clean it up so I can hang my valances over here. Yeah, I think this is gonna work out. Plenty of room over here. And that's another thing about it, is once this gets done, don't have tables in here, won't have that in here, so I'll have room again to move around. Excuse me. But yep, I'll, like I say, bag this up, but I'm not sure where I want to put my tape line on here yet. Might go right on up to the edge there. I mean, it might be the only way I can do it. There's no edge that I can, like if it had an area right here all the way back, then I could use that as a tape line, but I'll probably just have to go right up to the edge here, sand this edge a little bit, and then use some fine line and go right up to the edge on both sides. And then, like I said, this got to be bagged up. Alright, I'm done for the night. I'll check y'all later. Okay, so went around with the Scotch-Brite, Scotch-Brited everything. Ended up having to do a little sanding in these areas here. Wasn't too bad. Got all my edges, got around the window area. So yeah, gotta take this valance off and get it sanded and hung over here. Smeared a little glaze on the weld areas up through here. Not too bad, just, you know, you can still see the weld a little bit, but both sides. So I want to get them sanded after they dry, and then gotta get my blower running, and then it's clean time and get it cleaned up in here. Alright, jacking around over here today. Repaired some areas along the edges of the hood here where I had welded the hood back together after I pulled the skin off, because I skinned it and painted all the inside of it and then put it back together. If you look in one of the older videos, it shows that. But I'm just cleaning and taping stuff off, and got my oil changed today on my Challenger, and the wife's oil got changed, and that Challenger has been having a miss for a while. I thought it was the intake gasket, so I changed it because it was saying it was getting a lean condition on bank 1. So I changed that, and intake gasket, and then I changed the map sensor, and then I changed coil packs, and I forgot what else. But anyways, that wasn't it. So I went and got some new oxygen sensors. And my son come down today and had the car jacked up, so I went out and changed all 4 of the sensors. But when I got under there, I guess it would be the downstream oxygen sensor on the driver's side was loose. So that was probably the whole problem all along. But anyways, I went ahead and just dropped the new ones in, got them on and tightened up. And then I started to blow this area out today with air chuck and this little Timu. No, I got it off of Amazon, but it sure looked a lot bigger on Amazon than when I got it. It ended up being this little bitty thing. Might as well say a Timu. Looked bigger than it really is. But man, that just wasn't doing it. I got this Ego weed eater 2 or 3 years ago, and it's been working pretty good. And I had a gas one before that, and they last about a year, and then they go bad. They won't start. So I had a gas blower too, same situation. Craftsman should be called. And the same situation with it. Ran for about a year and then just won't run no more. So I went and picked this up. The Ego 190 mile per hour, 650 CFM, and talk about getting it done. I've been blowing up in here, and then it's got turbo. And I've been blowing up in there, getting all the dirt and dust up out of the rafters and the lights and everything. I mean, it was dirty in here, man. I'm telling you, I've been using this blower to blow dust out of here for probably 2 or 3 hours, and I'm just now getting it where you don't hardly see any dust flying anymore. And I could just imagine what the paint job would have looked like on this car with all the dirt and dust and everything that was in this room. That's the way to do it. Alright, just thought I'd show you where I was at. Okay, so this is where I'm at with it over here. Been a very, very busy but productive day. I started out here about 8 o'clock this morning, and I showed you on the last video I was using that little tiny leaf blower and my hose, and it wasn't cutting it. So I went to Lowe's and picked this one up here, because I already have the weed eater, which is the same battery. So figured I would just get this, because I needed one anyways, because my gas one went to poop after 1 year. I think I already told you that. But as for what I got done today, basically blew all the rafters out, everything. I kept using the leaf blower until there wasn't no more dust coming out of the rafters or the walls or the floor or anything. So if I would have sprayed this car in here the way it was, it would have been horrible. I would have had dirt nibs and all through this car. So anyways, so I got the valences all sanded with 400. As you can see, I got the bottom of the car here taped off. I will throw my blankets back over the wheels and tires before I get to that. Let's see. I had to bag that back there, because I got a lot of new parts and stuff in the trunk. Got this bag because I have to jam this area at the same time as I'm painting. I will be removing that, because I don't want to get no paint on it. Stuff a rag in the gas tank or something while I got that out, so I can paint this area back here too. I've wiped the car off once or twice, and I'm getting to where minimal dust coming off. I can see I still need to sand this a little bit, but my Roadrunner, when I done it and painted it, one thing that I did forget to do, which was a huge mistake because it come back to bite me later, was seam sealing the gutters. As you can see, I got them seam sealed on this car, and that is a very messy, tedious job, and if you ain't got patience, don't do it. Let somebody else do it with patience. So you smear it in there, and the trick is, once you get it smeared in, then you go back with like a scraper, and you peel the excess off of the edge here. Not the drip edge, but the roof edge. You can just take your scraper and just wipe it on a rag until you get most of it back off of there, because when you're smearing it, it smears it up on there anyways. Then you get some thinner and your gloves, and you can take and put a little bit of thinner on your finger and start wiping it with the thinner, and that kind of smooths it out. And then you can get a little bit on a thinner on a rag and come back and just wipe the edge with the rag. Anyways, I learned, because like I said, on the Roadrunner I didn't do it, and it went to paint, got painted, and then every car show I went to, man, I would walk up and I would look at it, and it was all dried and cracked and stuff, you know, because it was 50-some-year-old freaking seam seal. So what I ended up doing was going ahead and pulling the chrome off and breaking all the stuff off, and then re-seaming it, and then we taped it right up to the edge of the seam seal here, and bagged the whole car and repainted that area on the Roadrunner, just just so it would look right, man. But anyways, I was just kind of showing you that's where I'm at. Just seam seal both sides. Got the trunk bagged up. Got this bagged up. So my son came down earlier, and I think I told you in the last video, but repeat. He left a roll of paper towels because he was changing oil in our cars, because we always ask him to come down and do it, and give him a little bit of something there to help him out. But he left that here, and I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna come in handy. Woo! So thanks. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. So tomorrow is D-Day for this to go down. So what I'm going to do is in the morning, I have to go get some belling wire to hang these, the 2 valances over here in this area. Make sure there's no openings or anything on Dusty. Like, see the bumper sticking out a little bit over there. Want to get that covered up. And then I had this little area right here, so I want to get that covered up. So I don't want no clear coat overspray getting on it. So get that finished, covered up. I'm going to blow it out of here one more time, and then once I get it all blowed out one more time, I will close the door, wipe the car down, and I'm going to bring my sprayer out before I get painting, and I'm going to spray the floor here with some water all the way around, just to keep the dirt and dust down. I'll probably spray the door too back there, just in case. But get all the floors sprayed, wipe the car down, wax and degrease it, run a tack cloth over it, and then let's let this stuff go down. I'll do a coat of the base, and then go around and denib, if I get any nibs in it, denib the base, and then go ahead and put some more coats of base on. What I plan on doing is just mixing enough of it to probably half gallon or so at a time. That way I don't have to keep mixing and refilling and mixing and refilling, and I'll just go and get me a couple of big mixing jugs. So like I said, I can mix a half gallon of that, and I'm going to use my big tall can on it for the base coat. And then on the clear coat, what I've decided to do is I got the throwaways. I got enough throwaways here and caps, and then I got the caps that go on here that I'm going to go ahead and mix up a half gallon of that after I get the base on, and it flashes off and turns satin or whatever you want to call it. And then I will have like 4 of those over here waiting. That way, put some on, run out, grab another one, keep going. So, alright, just thought I'd let you know where I'm at. I said the next video that comes out will be this car having some paint on it, and that's where I'm moving to. Get back with you. Oh, another quick little video here. I forgot to say I got this all taped off and ready and bagged up in here too, so get back with you. Okay, so it's D-Day. And trust me, I am nervous, but I went and got me a couple buckets here so I can mix up more than just one little cup at a time. I did get some more reducer. My panels hung up here. Decided to do it this way because it gives me more room to get to the front and the back, where the other way was going to crowd me. So got that done. I got to clean. I'm going to blow the area out again. I scuffed the edge here with a 600. I pulled the caps loose so that I can actually paint the edges too. I was afraid if I left it on there, then I was going to have a peeling situation if I didn't get it wrapped around the edges. So pulled the caps loose so I can spray them too in there. This back here, it needed scuffed, so I went ahead and scuffed it with the 320 and then the 400 on the pad. So with that said, same thing on this side. Let's see, right now I have a little bit of a texture right here from the clear coat when I did the door jamb, so I need to hit that real quick with some 600 or 400 should I say. And then I'm going to blow this area out, close the door most of the way, and then I'm going to start getting everything wiped down. And I'll probably wipe it 2 or 3 times. I do got some tack cloths to do a tack cloth on it also. But alright, that's where I'm at. Okay, so still wiping stuff down over here, and I almost made a huge mistake. Almost. So this fender wasn't equipped with the fender mounted turn signals, but this car did have them. I almost forgot to drill the hole. So what I ended up having to do is I got my old fender out and did a rough template off of it. So I'm pretty sure I got it located where it needs to be. But yeah, disaster averted. So let me finish wiping this thing down. I'll get back with you. Okay, got it all wiped down with the prep, and got a tack cloth out here. Get ready to take a tack cloth over. I think I'm pretty much there. I'm glad I remembered to do that, man. That would have been a pain in the ass to do it with paint on it. So I did see one little area right in here that I'm glad that I was able to wipe the surface cleaner on, and was able to see a spot right there in the center. That would have been horrible. But alright, man, I'm telling you, my anxiety is level 1 to 10, it's a 15. So got the floor kind of wet. Alright, see how this goes, man. Run the tack cloth over and get ready to get this done. Night night. Okay, so far pretty much got the base coat on. I'm gonna do one more on the hood, just make it even out. I mean, it looks pretty good, but do a quick little shoot across it just to make it even out. And then, yeah, we're pretty much there on the base coat. I need to go around and check for hair, because that's about the only thing I've been getting is a little bit of hair. Not so much on any dirt nibs. Yeah, one little one right there, but other than that, so far so good. But we all know that base coat is pretty forgiving anyways, so yeah, it's going to be that clear coat that's going to make me or break me. Alright, got the valances painted front and back. And that's that. Get back with you when I make it shiny. Okay. After hours and hours and hours of being out here today, you can hear the floor is a little sticky. But I would have to say I like them Black Widow spray guns. They work pretty good in my opinion. But this is where I'm at. Got some color on. I put 4 coats. Called for 2, but I went ahead and the first one was super light. It was like a tack coat. So really it's kind of like 3 coats. But that's that. Now I gotta let it dry. I think for my first paint job and all out body work and complete deal, I think it's not bad for a white boy. So I shouldn't say that. It's not bad for any guy. I think the Lord was with me, and I put it all in his hands today because I was so stressed out about it. And I stopped being stressed, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to be stressed no more. Just let it, put it in the Lord's hand, and if it's supposed to turn out nice, it's going to turn out nice. If not, then there's always sandpaper. Alright, get back with you. So, it's like 80 degrees out. Kick the door open here and let the wind blow through a little bit. But look at there. Dusty is free. Finally free from the bag. Been covered up a long time. But anyways, just wanted to show you guys. Woo! 440 big block. 440 big block. Oh, excuse me. 440 30 over, 440 Eagle stroker crank, Eagle rods, 493 cubic inches. Alright, over here in my little world, which is a very small little world, I'm taking the 70 style air conditioner brackets off and the 70 style alternator brackets off, and I'm replacing them with these brackets here that's supposed to be for 73. So getting there. It's going to take a little bit of ingenuity to make some spacers and such, but I think I got it. And then I cleaned up all the new alternator brackets. These are supposed to be for 73 big block, and got them in paint. So it's getting ready to go down over here, man. It's getting ready to go down. Let me see if I can't get this thing put in there and bolted together and spaced out the way it needs to be spaced out, so that I can put the compressor in the correct place over here, alternator where it's supposed to be, so the belts run downhill and they don't interfere with the belt or the radiator hose. I'm going to start wet sanding tomorrow. I haven't started that yet, but just kind of waiting on it to cure up. I've been keeping it around 75 to 80 degrees in here for this thing to cure, so I can get started on that wet sand above. Alright. Okay, so major headache over here whenever you get eBay people that think they know what the hell they're talking about and sell parts and list them for 440 big block, and then I find out that, you know, looking up just the part number, this tells you this bracket's for a 400 big block. So this bolt back here will not line up. These bolts are lining up fine, but I'm having an issue with the oil pan on the AC hitting right here, because I think I have the wrong oil pan on there. I think the oil pan I need is different than that, smaller. It's got kind of like a area right here that's kind of cut off, and that's probably why, to make it fit in there. So wrong oil pan, 383 bracket, or excuse me, 400 bracket. Not sure what this front one is, but it lined up on the water pump, and the bolts seem like they're in the right location. Now this one here, it seems a little short. I haven't checked this one here yet because I haven't had the compressor on to see for sure, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it. It looks like if I want to make this work, I'm going to have a spacer in between here for that, and for that ear I'm going to have to extend it up where it will be extended up this way, where it will go in that head bolt. Alright, just thought I'd show you where I was at. One step forward, one step back. That's the way it always goes. And it seems like because they only made so many 440 cars, these brackets, man, they're almost unattainium. So that's where I'm at. I'm looking for the correct brackets. Alright, night. Alright, so this is the surprise video here. So I've started on the cut. I'm just going to cut the whole car and then buff it afterwards. But started on this fender here. About got it down. Got a little bit more to do, but I don't want to go too much further, where I still have a little bit here. I don't know if you can see them shinies or not, but yeah. Got a little bit more to do there, and I'm pretty much good here. Got a little bit there on the edge, and the fender side will be done. But I just thought I'd show you guys where I'm at. The fun part of cutting and getting rid of any imperfections, and minimal on the orange peel. Orange peel wasn't very bad at all. It's just the dirt nibs is the main part. But alright, did get my booster painted, repainted should I say. I had to resand it down and repaint it because some brake fluid had leaked into there from setting for so long. I did find the correct brackets for the air conditioner finally, and also got the correct oil pan on the compressor. So it came off of this one that a friend brought down to me. Alright, get back with you guys. Okay, quick little update here. I'm pretty much down this side here and have started over on the trunk lid, and I got about half of the trunk lid done. Still have to do this area. So alright, just thought I'd show you where I was at with it. Moving on, trying to get this thing flat. And that'll be that. Get back with you. Alright, do a little wet sanding here. I am all the way around the corner. Back part here done. Still need to do a little work up in there. And I'm about halfway down this quarter panel. Slow but sure. Work my way around. Get this thing all sanded with this grit, and then move on to my next grit. Get back with you guys. Okay, so I didn't quite make it with the first round of sanding here. Made it all the way down this side. Well, let's make a long story short. I haven't got to the hood yet. Pretty much got the rest of it. Roof, sides, filler deck, trunk lid, except for the back. Both quarter panels, both doors, both fenders. Had a little bit of dirt, and peel wasn't bad, but it was just the dirt, the nibs, that I had to really go after. But it is what it is. This will be the last video for this week. You'll just have to stay tuned for a future video. Being Saturday at dark, it's my opinion, it's the Sabbath, so I got to stop and go in the house and be done for the day. I'll get back after it Sunday, and I'll make another video Sunday. This video is going to come out today. So, shinies, no shinies. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's taken longer than I had hoped, but you know, you got to get the nibs out, and you got to get the peel out before you can move to your next level, because the next level will remove these scratches. So got this level and then two more levels. So alright, get back with you guys. I did find the correct air conditioner bracket and it's on the way, and the correct, I think I told you in another video, correct oil pan for the air conditioner, and it's on and working. So I'll get back with you on it. Enjoy the video. See you on the next one.